Hello there. Today I have G1 Ironhide. So here he is in his little minivan mode. Is it a minivan? I don't know what it is. It's a brick to me. It's just a brick. So yeah, it's a pretty solid mode. As you can see, nothing's really flying around, even though I don't think there's a single tab. It's just a lot of friction. Not like the actual like intended Lego friction, but yeah, it's just pieces, keeping other pieces in place, and it works very well. It does have some issues, very glaring issues. Hole, especially up here. There's no way to fix that since there's a joint right here. Um, it would have been smooth, but I did want to cover this up as much as possible. So I put that piece over it, and it's not perfectly smooth, but it's not too bad. Got these little gray sections right here. The back, I didn't see any reference for the back, so we're just gonna pretend this is accurate, even though it's probably not. The front looks the weirdest. It's like a little checker pattern. Uh, this is accurate to the front detail of the little van thing. It's just not. Just looks kind of weird. The windshield is a little bit oversized for my scale, but it's not too noticeable, and yeah, whatever. It does have the windshields on the sides as well, the little black things. Yeah, it's a pretty successful van mode. There is no actual section above the windshield, another thing that I didn't get, but yeah, it's still good. So yeah, that's it. Now let's go to comparisons. Here he is with Hasbro stuff, and he is basically the same size as Core Class, just a tiny bit taller. That's kind of cool. He's also a tiny bit longer as well. He's kind of just like, he's just Core Class, but a little bit larger. Here is Ironhide with this stuff. Ironhide is about 9 studs long, and about 5.5 studs tall, or maybe just 5 if you don't count that little bump. Transformation, it's kind of inspired by the 86, kind of 86 figure, but yeah, let's get to it. Where to start? So we just flip this entire section up like so. Then this has enough clearance to come down, fold all this down, and stuff is already splayed out and tall and everything. I will need more room for this. So we have it a little bit in the air this time because he, as you can see, he does get very tall. So next thing you're gonna do is split this. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Swivel this all the way around. Maybe? Yeah, you do that. I don't know if there's like an actual like order of steps or order of operations, but I'm kind of just going with it. Kind of just doing random parts, and hopefully it turns out good. And then I'm gonna get some sort of angle to swivel this piece all the way around. Yeah, swivel that piece around like that. It also gives you the position to swivel the bicep. Move the arm down. Oh, this is the tight arm. The annoying one. You get the idea. Once you've got those arms down, you can move this little section. We might have hit a little block in the road right here. I don't know, how would you get that out of there? Let's, might have messed up. So before you, is that right? Yeah. Before you, so you know, originally before you move this entire like upper section, as you saw, before you do that to get into this configuration, move the headpiece out of the way so you got enough clearance. And then let's just move the wheels all the way to the back just to get some more clearance. And then this is a little bit of a weird part. So the goal is you have to get this onto the other side. So you kind of just have to wiggle and maneuver it around until you get the right angles. Does that work? Yep. And then this isn't gonna work, so you have to also find a way to, hold on. It's easier if I take this off. So you have to swivel this piece around. This piece is in the way. So, yeah, maybe swivel it. This is a really chaotic transformation. Forgive me. So you move that piece down like that, so it's like vertical, and then that gives you enough room to do wiggling like that. And then you just swivel that piece around, and there you go. Putting the piece back as well. You gotta do that just for clearance for his backpack. Push it in on that bar, and that is his head done. Reattach this. I assure you it is possible without detaching it. And then this piece swivels around, and then you collapse like so. Do move the wheels out of the way though, just to get smoother, like that. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So there you go. That's the part I was talking about that was kind of inspired by the 86 figure. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's similar. I don't think it's the exact same, but right now you're going to swivel that waist piece around like I just did. And then this will be easier again. It's really tight. So you just move. You already know these are the hips. Just move them down. Swivel the knees. And I went willy-nilly. And then just like down drain, move that there up. And then swivel around. That is his foot. Now the final step, just do a little Pac-Man motion, and there you go. That is Ironhide in his robot mode. So yeah, now we can actually see Ironhide in his full glory, all of his robot mode glory. And side proportions, shoulders are a little bit far back, but that's due to transformation. Doesn't look that bad. He does have yellow on the back of his arms. That's you know, the yellow stripe that's supposed to be on the van mode. The backpack, pretty sure this is not accurate, but this piece has nowhere to go, and I don't think it intrudes too much. I mean, the backpack is kind of large, but Ironhide is supposed to be a big, bulky guy, so I think it works well enough. And also on his arms, we've got these giant sections and this panel up here. His arms are more so supposed to be just that. The parts are not covering on his forearm, and not this panel up here. These pieces are more so attached to fill out the van mode, but it does give Ironhide character. So he doesn't have like the same like basic arm structure as the other builds. So, and once again, he's supposed to be a big guy, so I think it fits. For articulation, he does have a head tilt, due to how his head is connected and his neck, kinda his neck, not really, he doesn't really have a neck. And he also has waist tilt. Chest tilt, I don't know, but it's at the cost of a waist swivel. His head can swivel in a better way, but it's too tight to actually do that. Let's do this arm since the other one is the stubborn one. Universal joint at the shoulder. Yeah, it goes almost all the way around. The wheel does get in the way on the back, just like Jazz, but still all the motion you really need. Bicep swivel as always, and actually not 90-degree backwards. Sorry, you can't really see anything. Actually not really 90 degrees backwards, but 90 degrees forward, which is the motion you actually need for an elbow bend. Like I said, no waist swivel. The arms out the way. Like I said, they're tight. Kick forward that far. Back that far. I think he kicks back farther than forward. But if you maneuver the arms properly out of the way, he can kick higher, but still pretty good range. Full. Oh, this is. Wow. So like I was saying, please don't break. Thigh swivel all the way. 90-degree knee bend. Not 90 degree. More than 90. Like the full knee bend due to how he transforms. Pretty good range. And yeah, ankle pivot all the way around. So he really gets all the motion you need for that ankle pivot. But he cannot move the foot up or down because of how it's attached. So that's unfortunate for some poses. So yeah, that's all of his articulation. Here's Ironhide with some Hasbro stuff. And like I said, he's just a little bit taller than a core class. And here he is about 11.5 studs tall. And here he is with Lego stuff, and I'll see you guys next time with possibly Scrapper to start the Constructicons. And I say possibly because midway through building them, I might figure out that I don't have enough pieces. But we'll see.